Hear me? Yeah, fire shit, my nigga. Niggas out here down the street, my nigga. Yeah, man. Telling you, real shit out here. Still your boy, my Fuji rock. Nigga hustling in the street and grinding, man. I'm internally bleeding. Got the freaking Molly cause I'm needy. Accelerated, hyperventilated, present state I'm speeding. Safety belt on the scrape, brake is leaking and bleeding. I can stop temperature raises and shock and I wait. Dead to my lane, give fed to my wings. The less of my waist, stress to my pain. For this lesson I paid, that is displayed. The less I gave to bread every time the wound is pressed. The lose up the ooze burst. What's worse is the stress to give a fuck. I'm on the 10 moves to a buck. Moves to a buck. I'm intending on the bleeding. Caught the freaking Molly cause I'm really needy. Accelerated, hyperventilated, present state of mind I'm speeding. Safety belt, the strap brake is leaking and bleeding. Can't stop the temperature raising. In short when I wait that on my lane. Give pet to my waist. The loss of the way, the stress to my pain. For this lesson of pain that is displayed. The less I gave breath every time the wound is pressed. To lose up the ooze first. What's worse is the stress to give a fuck. I'm gonna use to 10 the moves to a buck. Paper chasing, instant capable blessing. The breath to take it implicates to replicate the lesson. Life is a multiple choice, but be sure to read the proper question. All the tension is suspension to whatever your mind try to give your life to. Astral projection will strike to as a locator to find you. Detention by the pension, did I mention that I dwell in a different dimension? In on the look and yoga, super nuka, daki vuka vuka. Paper chasing instant capers blessing. I said the breath that you take implicates to replicate the lesson. Life is a multiple choice, but be sure to read the proper question. All the tension is suspension to whatever your mind tried to give life to. And as the projection strike to see the locator to find you. Detention by the pension. Did I mention that I dwell in different dimension? On the andalura in telling you, supernova, dagivura. I'm internally bleeding. Count the freaking Molly cause I'm needy. Accelerated, hyperventilated, present the state I'm speeding. Safety belt on the scrape, brake is leaking and bleeding. I can't stop all the temperatures rate, and I was shocking. Head or I wait, yo, dead on my lane, back to my waist. The less of my weight is stress to my pain. And for this lesson I paid, to that is displayed. The less I gave the breath every time the wound is pressed. To lose up the ooze pus. What's worse is the stress to give us a fuck. I'm on the news. To 10 up moves to a buck. I said paper chasing, instant capers blessing. The bread you take implicates to replicate the lesson. Life is a multiple choice, but be sure to read the proper question. All the tension is suspension, whether your mind tried to